Hello friend, today we are going to clone Instagram homepage with ReactJS and SASS. And for these icons, we use Material UI icons. It is fully responsive. It is it is responsive. Here is a toggle button. So you learn how to make toggle button in React. And this storage is also overflowing, scrolling. It's a only homepage. Not anything. There it is. We have a header, navbar, header, side sections, and our post. So let's build this. So we are now on Visual Studio Code. Here we install our create react app. So write npx create react app and our packages are installing here. So it takes time to install. So we meet after installation. Now our app is created. So here we use SASS as CSS for styling our Instagram clone app. So we install SASS. So write npm install SASS and press enter. It's installed SASS. So we use SASS. And one thing, we use icons. So for these icons, we use Material UI. So Material UI icons. So I'm pasting here Material UI icons npm and pressing enter. You notice, where do I find these links? Here we are open a new tab and type Material UI icons and clicking on first link. So here you got these npm links. Copy here and paste it in our terminal. So it's download Material UI icon. And now here we can search any icon as as for example arrow. Here we got arrow. So we want to use this. For example, we want to these icons. So click here and here we got link and we click here and paste it in our app. So we can use like this. As we installed our packages, I pasted here assets folder. In assets folder, I have images folder. In images folder, we have logo and profile, which we use in navbar. Okay. And I also paste a data JS which I earlier created. In data, we have array of profile, which consists name of profile, post of profile and comments, which we use which we use in our app and mapping through this, so we do not need to create every time a single profile. For this we use this data, and we you go in descriptions and you find there is a link of GitHub. You go and download this data and assets folder from there. Now let's go and create our components folder. Components, in components we have files, not files. In components folder we create a folder of navbar. Then in navbar we create file of navbar.jsx and also navbar.scss and another folder for header. In header we do same header.jsx, header.scss, and we need header sidebar, and sidebar.jsx, sidebar.scss, and we need a posts. Okay, posts folder. Now posts.jsx, posts.scss, and we also need a not a file folder, a single post. Okay, so post.jsx and post.scss, and we also need a profile. Okay, so we use profile for our login and logout. So profile.jsx and profile.scss. Okay, now we do rfce and import our SASS file dot slash header.scss, and we do same thing for all. So let's do this. So we do same thing for our every components. Here it is. We import our SASS file in every JSX folder. You might thinking why I use every JSX as a separate SASS file. It's because of ready to easy to read, and it's look clean for our components. So I prefer this to use like this. So here it is. We have a navbar. In navbar we have a logo, search, input, and we have a icons of these social media. Okay, let's build this. So we import our logo. Import logo from dot slash assets slash images slash what we have images, that is logo.png. So we write here logo.png. It's important. Now we also import our icons. For these icons I earlier told you how to use this. So I pasted here. So I pasted my icons, and I have a this. It is also a profile card. So here it is, which we use in our navbar. So let's create. Now give it a class of left and center. Sorry, center and right. So in left we have a only logo img. In src we give logo. Okay. Now in center we have input type text and a placeholder search. Now in right we have icons. So these icons. So for these icons, home outline. Now I think we have map UGC outline and box icon, explore icon, and we have, I think, yeah, we have img for our this profile card, not this profile card, for this profile. I think we left our favorite and these things. So now we have favorite and these things. So let's add it here. Favorite. And now we have one thing, profile card. So for this we have to, I think, profile card. Where is our profile card? Use profile, not profile card. So that is profile, and it is a profile card. I don't think so. It is a. Now we want to see how it's look. For this, we just start our terminal. npm start and press enter. It's a start our terminal. So just create in src a folder name page. In page, let's just create a folder of home, and in home.jsx, and home.scss. Okay, in home.jsx, refc, import our SASS file dot slash home.scss, save it, and give it a class of home. And in home, now we want to import our navbar, our navbar component, and it's imported automatically. So let's see how it's look on our website. So let's just, so for this website, for this component home.jsx, we import navbar component. Now we want home.jsx in app.js, so we render our page here. We just import home component here. So our home component in here, in home component we have navbar, okay, and our many more component. So let's just see what happened. I think there is a problem. Navbar.js profiler is not defined. So let's just take a look. There is profiler, profile. Yeah, oh, this. So we don't need this. Just save it. Yeah, let's check out how it's look. So here are we, and our logo, input, and our icons. It's look ugly without CSS. Let's just style it. So for styling, close this, and navbar.scss. Here we style navbar. In navbar we have dot left, dot center, and a class name right. So firstly navbar. So give it a width of 100%, height of 70 pixel, padding 0 pixels from top and bottom, 200 pixels from left and right. Now display flex, align item center, justify content space between, and background color white. Okay. Now border bottom is just 1 pixel, solid light gray, and give a position relative. Okay. Now in left we have only logo. Let's just give a width of 100 pixel, and in left we have img. Let's just say width 100% and object fit cover. Now after left we have center. In center we have inputs. So input, we don't want border, none, so we don't need border. Width of 100% and padding 10 pixels. Okay. Now outline will be, I think we did mistake, say input property, so width of 200 pixel. Okay. And border just 1 pixel, solid light gray. Border radius 5 pixel. Background color hashtag FB. Now we give it a overflow of hidden. Okay. In center we have input, border none, width of 100%, padding 10, outline none, background color is hashtag FB. Okay, that's good. And we just style our placeholder. So in SASS we style placeholder like this, and double colon and placeholder, give it a text align, center, color light gray, and font weight bold. Okay, so it's the style our input. And right, so right, we do a display flex, and the gap between items 10 pixel, align item center, cursor pointer. Okay, now we have images in right. So img, so width of 20 pixel, height 20 pixel, border radius border radius 50%, so it is a circle. Okay, now object fit cover and cursor pointer, so it just circle our image. Let's take a look how it's looking. So here we are, our navbar is looking good, logo, input, and our icons. So what we have to make next, sorry for this, we have to make this section. Now before we make more component, let's just create a folder, app.scss, and we set this margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box, and in app, just look app.js, what do you class name app. And now give it app, background color of hashtag fa. save it and import it here. Import dot slash app.scss. Okay, just save it. There is a nav bar. Okay, so what we have to, we have make a content. So let's just create a page content. In content file content.jsx and content.scss. Content.jsx and import our dot slash content.scss. Just save it. And what we want here, we want dots ent content, and here we want to import our header. So what we have, not this header, let's just import it. Import header from dot slash components slash header slash header. Okay, header. And next thing we have posts. So posts, just put it here. Posts, posts. And one more thing, one more component, that is sidebar. Okay, what we have, just sidebar. Sidebar, sidebar. So here we have to import sidebar. So post and header, posts and header, let's just add a div. So let's just add a div left and right. So for left, so for right, we want to wrap header and post, and in left we wrap sidebar. So let's just style it. Content, don't have inner content. So in content with 100% display flex direction column, and padding 20 pixels top and bottom, left and right 200 pixels. Now we also give a gap between our content, 20 pixels. Okay, now we have left and right. Okay, now we give left flex 4 and right flex of 2. We are using this instead of width. You can use width according to your choice, but I use flex. Now I want display flex and flex direction column, and the gap 20 pixels, because in left we have two things. Because we have left, in left we have two things, header and post. So header and just down post, and then next side here sidebar. So for this we can use it. Let's just save it and take a look how it's looking. But first, yeah, we naming it or not, let's just check. Yes, So just take a look how it looking on our web page. Now before we see, we have to import it in our home component. That is, it is a navbar only, but we want our content components. So it's render our components in home page. So let's take a look. Here we are. We have header component, post components, and sidebar components. But we have a problem. It's not take its width. And just take a look why it's all in a column. So just take a look. Now we just see our components is in column and it's not taking width because we give same class name in both div. So let's just change it right and save it here, and there is a right. Just take a look what is here. Yeah, it is here in light. So let's save it and check how it's looking now. So here we are. Now it's taking its width, and here is a post header and post, and there is a sidebar. Just take a look here, header and sidebar in a one column, and it's in other column sidebar. So header and post in one column, and it is another column sidebar. So now we just build our header, then post, then sidebar. So let's build it. Now we are in a header.jsx. Let's import data from dot slash data. Basically we import this data. Okay. Now in header we just map, we just data.map data.map item. Now we want to div of stories. In stories we have img. In src we give data.profile. It's take profile, this profile link. Okay. And in alt we give it item.id. Sorry, here is also item, not data. And after image we have a span in which we have a item.name. Okay, let's save it and just not here style our header.css. So for styling header, just here we copy this header. In header we give a width of 100%, 100% display flex, align item centers, and gap between them 20 pixel. Now height, give it a height of 80 pixels, and border with 1 pixel, solid light gray, and background color would be white. Now give it a padding of 10 pixel overall. Now overflow in x, none. No, in x we scroll in a small devices, and overflow in y hidden. And just we want and just we want what we want. We don't want a scroll bar to see, so display none. WebKit scroll bar display none, so it's allow us to not see our scroll bar, that is this. Okay, it's showing a scroll bar, so we don't see after this. Now header, we have a story. Just take a look. We have a stories. Just it here. Yes, a story. We just display flex direction column. Sorry, column, because we have image and name, and we want, okay, in stories we have img image, and give it a width of 50 pixel, height of 50 pixel, and border radius 50%, object fit cover. Okay, now we also want border of 2 pixel, solid coral for our, and overflow. Just here overflow. Okay, after img we have span. In span, let's take a name. Okay, so we want font weight bold, and text align center. Just take a look how it looking on our site. Just here we are. Just take a look. It's look exactly like this. There is no difference. Okay, same here. We just mapping through this data and taking this. Now we have to make these posts. Okay, and this sidebar. So let's just first build this post. Now we just create our posts components, but we have left one thing, which is key and item.id. It is necessary in React, otherwise it gives error in console. So let's come in posts. In post we just import data. We also import here data from dot slash data. Now in posts in post we also mapping through data. So data dot map, in map just go through all items and just return me this component, post not posts. Okay, let's just import this. Import post from dot slash post. Okay, and passed here item is equal to item as a props, and key, that is item.id. Save it here. I found SLC. Okay, just dot dot slash in components post. Then we have post. Okay, now we just passed props in a post. Let's take care of posts. So in post take this item as a props. Now, so in post we have many icons, and let's just import our icon from material UI. I just paste it. You go and find and paste here. Otherwise you find a link in our of GitHub in descriptions. Go and take it. So in post we just take our props to use it here. So in post we have top. Okay, after top After top we have post image. Okay, post image and a bottom. So in top we have left and right. Okay, in left we have a img which takes item dot profile. Okay, just give it here. Sorry, item dot id. Okay, image. Left we have image and a span, and in span we have a item dot name. Okay, now we have a right. Now in right we have a icon, this icon. Okay, now let's come in post image. Post image we have a image of post. So just img with a src item dot post. Just give it a attribute of item dot id. It's a unique id. So now we have a bottom. So we have bottom we have two things, left and right. Left and right. So in left we have icon of favorite and this icon, and after this icon we have also a send icon. Now in right we have a bookmark icon, and after this bottom section we have a comment text section. Okay, in comment text section we have a span which gives item dot name and a, let's take here a paragraph tag, and here we want item dot comment and comment. Okay, now after comment we have a comment section. Comment section. In comment section we have a two icon, one icon and one input text. Don't need name and id, just need a placeholder. Add a comment. Okay, after this input we have a span which says post. It's just like a button. So save this and style it post.css. Let's style this display flex, flex direction column, and gap between every item 15 pixel, width of 100%. Now border of 1 pixel, solid light gray. Light gray. Now in post we have a top. So in top, display flex, align item center, justify content space between, and padding 10 pixel overall. Now in top we have a left. Sorry, we have a class of left. Okay, which also display flex direction column, and align item center. And gap between them is a 10 pixel. Gap 10 pixel. Now in left we have a image img, width 50 pixels, height 50 pixel, border radius 50%, so it's circle. Now we have a border of 2 pixel, solid, coral, and object fit cover. So image in left we have also image of and a span which contain names of user. Then font size would be 1 rem, color black, font width bold, and in top we have a right. So top after left. So after left we have a right. So I think right text align center and color black. Okay, and cursor pointer because it's a name of user. So after this left and top, after top we have post img. Just take, let's, it is very, yeah, post img. So in post img width 100% and height of 500 pixel because it is a post, and padding 0. Okay, in post we have a image width 100%, height 100%, sorry, and object fit cover. And after post img we have bottom display flex, align item center, justify content space between, and width of 100%, padding 10 pixel overall. In bottom we have also a left and right. So left display flex direction row, flex direction row, gap would be 10 pixels. You can skip this flex direction, it's always in, by default it is in row. So color black and cursor pointer. After left we have right text align and color black and cursor will be pointer. Now after this bottom we have comment text and display flex direction row, line item center, width of 100%, gap 5 pixel. In comment we have two things, so we give a gap, we give a name and comment, so give a gap of 5 pixels and padding of 10 pixel. In comment we have a span, font size 1 rem, font weight bold because it is a name, and color black. Now after span we have a paragraph tag which contain our comments, so font size will be 14 pixels Now font width normal and color gray. Now after all this we have a comment section. Display flex direction row, align item center, justify content space between, and width of 100%, padding 10 pixel. In comment we have input. Okay, border none, outline none, padding 10 pixel overall, width 80%, and background color transparent. In padding we have placeholder, so let's just style placeholder, color light gray, font weight bold. So after input we have span, which is like a button. So color hashtag 05B1F6. Now font size 14 pixel and font weight bold, cursor pointer. Now we just style it, and we want also style our posts. Okay, post CSS. In post CSS, posts and width of 100%, display flex direction column, and the gap of 20 pixel overall. So let's just take a look how it's. Here we are, our post, this icon, bookmark, comment. We have this, but we don't see our comment. I think we did something wrong. It's also not here. Also, but it's render our all posts. So let's just take a look. So why we see this here, not here, and we don't have this? Let's check it out. Console. So let's take it. Yes, this align item. So we have to remove this align item or add width 100%. And we don't have this also. Just take a look. So we have to remove align item from left and add width 100%. Save it. And we have also not seen this because we don't have POS post. Save here, and let's check it out how it's looking. So here we are. It's looking nice. Everything looking good. Just take a look. It's the same exactly. Oh, but the name is here, and our name is in column. So let's just take out flex direction column. We just add flex direction column property. We remove it from here. Let's take it's okay. Now we have to make this, and what we have a h1 suggestion for you. Okay, then we have a profile and the name and the text follow you and the button follow. Let's make it. Now we have a problem here in top, and the top in left width display flex, but we don't give flex direction column. Let's just save it here. It's okay, fine. Now we have to close all this. Let's come in sidebar. Okay, side sidebar. So in sidebar we have h2 and these suggestions for you. Now we also import data from dot slash data. Now just map through data dot map, and for each item go through and give us what we want. We want give us an image. So let's just a div with a class name sidebar profile. Okay. Now in sidebar profile we have an image div. In image div we have img. Let's give item dot profile, and in alternative give item dot id. Now we have name div. In div we have a h3, and in this we have a profile name, then item dot name, and after we have a span, and in this span we have a text follows you. After this img we have a button, just say follow. Okay, now we have complete our HTML parts. Let's save it and open our sidebar.scss. Let's take here. Now what we have, sidebar. In sidebar we have a width of 100%. This container. Now display flex direction would be column. In sidebar we have two things, this and a just a wrapper. Okay, flex direction column, padding overall 10 pixel, and gap between them is a 20 pixel. Now in sidebar we have h2, this h2, and in h2 we want font weight bold, color gray, and the font size would be 2 ram. Okay, after this h2 we have this sidebar profile. Into display flex direction row, because we want icon of image and this button row, and align item center, justify content space between. Okay, then we have in sidebar we have img. In img we have two things, img and a div of name. So img and a name. Let's give img a property of display flex direction row, because image after this, yeah, flex direction row, and align item center, and the gap between them is 10 pixel. Now after image I have a img which contain image, our image. Let's give it a width of 50 pixel, height of 50 pixel. Okay, now what we have, border radius 50%, so it's make it circle, and the gap of 5 pixel, 5 pixels. In img why give gap of 5 pixels? I don't think so. Just give object fit cover. After image we have a name. In img name, and the display flex direction column. display flex direction will be column. Now we have a gap of 5 pixel here. In name we have two things, h3 and span, just for this. Now we have h3, font size 1 rem, color black, and the font weight normal. After h3 we have span. Now in span we have font weight bold, font size 1 rem, and color gray. Okay, but h3 is also 1 rem. Let's just take a look how it's looking. Now just we have a button. Last things we have a button, then we're done. So where is button? Button which is in side profile. So let's take where it's in. It's side profile. And we have button. Just border none and padding of 10 pixels overall. Font weight bold. Color hashtag 05 B1 F6. It's a sky blue. Cursor pointer and the background color will be transparent. Save it and take a look how it looking. Here we go. We have suggestion and the same thing that is here. So here it is looking the same. Yes, but we have problem. It's not as like this. We just same as before. Let's take a look why this is happened. In console, in the top we have a left. The left is here. Align item. Top in left. Top left width of 100%. I think we remove it. I think we remove it and display flex and add flex direction row. Yes, and align item center. Yes, it's perfect. So we have to add flex direction row and align item center in top left. So let's just do that. So where we are, post, just post.css. This post name post.css. Top left, display flex and flex direction row, align item center. We just remove flex width of 100%. We just give it here width of 100%. Now we just take a look how it is looking. So let's just take a look. We just fix this and we also, so our home page is completed. Now we have one thing. Here we go. You just click and it's getting pop up. So we have to this and we have also this message notification. So two things, this and making it responsive. So let's of work. Let's just start. Let's start this toggle button. So that it is profile profile. In profile we have a top sections and a bottom section. So in top we have two things. The first we have icon of user. So let's bring it here, user of material, icon of material UI. Just add it here and we have a what span. It's saying profile. Okay, and In bottom, we have a span and saying logout. And the middle of this, we have a HR. It's just separate. It's just a horizontal line. So let's just style it. Profile CSS. Here we come, and what we have? Dot profile. So dot profile. Let's just positioning it. Position absolute. Let's take we give position. Not there. Position relative here. Not just give it here a position relative. Okay. Now we just do position absolute and top 70 pixel and the right 10%. Okay. Then then we have a width of 150 pixel and a height of 100 pixel. Display flex direction, column, border, none, and border radius of 5 pixel and justify content center and gap between them of 20 pixel. Then background color is white and we have a top span and a bottom span. So we have a top. In top we have what we have. Just take a look. In top we have a width of 100%. In top we have two things. So display flex and align item center, justify content center. Now we have gap of 10 pixel and the cursor pointer. In top we have a span. In top we have a span, font size 18 pixel and the color is black. Okay, now this is all done. Now we have a bottom. After top we have a dot bottom class. Then display block, because it's a button, not it's a button, it's a display block width 100%. Now text align center, text align center. Okay, then cursor pointer. In bottom we have a span. So in a span, font size 18 pixel and the color is black. So done. Here we done. Now we have one thing to do. We have to do our functionality. So for functionality we have come here navbar. In navbar it is here. So in navbar we want our component rendered here. So what we have here, profile component. So not it is here. So let's just import here. Import profile from profile. Okay. So it's okay. Just take it here. Dot slash components slash profile. Save it. Now we just use a use state hook. For toggle button, open, set open, and initial value is false. So let's import it. So here we imported. Now we just want, when we click on this profile image, so let's click on click event, and when we click on this profile, we want to set open to opposite of open. Means when it is false, give me true. When it is true, give me false. It's a toggle button. And wrap it with a curly bracket, and just set open. If open is true, then show me this profile, otherwise not. So let's save it here. It's give me a parse error line number 10, profile from dot slash profile, import profile from this. It's okay, but why we want to use it here? SRC profile already has been declared. Parse error and notify profile has already been declared. That's profile. Oh, we don't give a same name here. Okay, let's change it here. Profile img, and just give here profile img. Just save. Yeah, we're done. Let's take a look. It's working on. Now first we have to add. We just missed something here. Box shadow. Let's add it here. That's box shadow. We add it. Save it here. And you go in your browser and type box shadow generator, and where you find a box shadow generator, generate it and copy and paste it here. So let's take a look how it's. So finally here we are, and just yes, our profile, and log out our HR horizontal ID here, and type again, press again and again. It's toggling. Okay, that's we make it, and now we have to make this and make it responsive to things. So for making this icon of notification, we have to wrap our icon in a div. So which icon we have to wrap in a div? I think we have a second icon, this message icon. So just give a class of icon. Just wrap this in a div and copy here icon. Just snapart.scss. Come here and in right here we have, where we are. Yes, here in right we have dot icon, and just give a position relative. Now we just use after and give it a position of absolute, and first things content is just empty. Okay, in content we have a number. Let's just take it about letters, and display flex, align item center, justify content center. Then we have a position it top -2 pixel, and right -5 pixel. Then width of 15 pixel. Okay, width of 15 pixel, height of 15 pixel. Now border radius 50%, so it's circle. Now background color, and it's a red, not full red, ED 49 and 56. Okay, we have a border none, and color white. Save it and just give it here a 2 in content. So let's see it's working. after. So just now see, here it is our notification, exactly the same in our final project. So there it is. Now we have done with our home page. Now which one thing we have left, which is responsive. Take a look how it is responsiveness. So go in mobile. There it is. We have not, we here don't have here search, and it's scrolling, and we just things. Let's just make it responsive.